Hey, you're at day 3 of Cletus McFarland Mullet Engine Rebuild. I'm Steve Morris, Steve Morris Engines. What we're gonna do is, today I'm gonna show you the machining of cylinder heads, machining of block, and talk to you about how we do all that process, and then lay this thing all out. You see it's all here. I'm gonna show you a couple things right now. Block's all clean, ready to assemble here. We honed this. I'll show you the hone procedure, how we do that. Cylinder heads. I wanted to show you a couple upgrades that we're going to be doing for Garrett. So this is the old connecting rod that came out of there. This is the brand new. This is the, oh yeah, shiny. Look at that. This is the current connecting rod that I use all the time. These are not the blow up connecting rods for you guys are going to ask. These are MGPs. I use these all the time on all my stuff, all of my SMX engines. So you can notice here, it's a bigger beam through here, bigger cap section, bigger strap across it, and has the bigger bolts. So that's just one of the upgrades. Another one of the upgrades you're gonna see here as we're assembling is going with Jessel 904 lifters. Since we got to put new lifters in it anyways, we had these here for Cletus, and so we're running the new Jessel 904s. Now, there's a lot of other stuff that we're going to be doing, and one of the things that I'm going to let you guys do and participate in is during next week's video on the Wednesday the 18th, that'll be the full assembly of Mullet engine. If you leave comments of something you'd like to know about, if you'd like to know why are these pistons black, if you'd like to know that, leave a comment in this video and I'm going to answer as many questions as I can. I guarantee I will answer all of my channel member questions because I can get direct notification of those. I see them right away. They instantly come to me in a separate deal. And as many questions as I can answer from any of you guys. So leave a comment or leave a question in a comment. We'll try to go through all of them and answer questions like, why are the pistons black? Why do you use this? Why do you use that? Why are the push rods? What size is this? What size is that? I'm gonna answer as many of those questions as I can. So the last thing I want to tell you is go to performanceengineexpo.com. I believe that's it. You'll see the link here. I am this Saturday, I am giving an interview there. We're going down to Tennessee, and I'll be giving an interview at 12:40 on Saturday. But they have a lot of really good information there, besides me, a lot of really good information there all day Friday, so tomorrow, and all day Saturday. I'm on at 12:40 if you want to watch that. But make sure you go there to support that. It's live streaming, and you can see the topics that they have there on their website. Excuse me, and it's all free. All you got to do is just click into it. So, anyways, let's get on with the machining of Mullet engine. All right, so what you're seeing here is Mitch is just doing a little what we call a touch hone, which is you get the torque plate on there, everything's all torqued up, everything's on, and then we'll run through the hone, the cylinder bore, and all we're doing is just putting a new pattern on it. Now, I don't have my brand new machine yet, so we're still using the old Sun and CV616, which still does a nice job, and just not the new automated diamond hone from Rottler, which is going to be awesome. But anyways, this is how we're doing it. So we're going to get this thing all finished honed for cleat. Just touch hone. We won't even take a thousandths off the cylinder boards, but I just wanted to show you how that works. So you put the torque plate on. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. The torque plate, this is the torque plate. So what this is doing is this simulates having the cylinder head bolted on, and it pulls the bores out of round. All right, so it simulates having the head bolted on and gives it a better job. So we check clearances, get the mains all torqued up, cleaned, prepped, use the gasket, use the plate, use the studs, pull it and try to simulate as close as possible. There are some other things you do. You can heat up, you can do a lot of stuff, but just running this by you real quick, think about this. Yeah, we could run hot water, we could make it exactly the engine temperature, you could do a lot of stuff, but what do you think would simulate this block getting all twisted up when it's in the car? Wheels up in the air and the block sitting there twisting. How do you simulate that? You can't. So yeah, there's a lot of ways you can do and try to make things a little bit better, but this is the best way, the most practical way. We could probably do some of those stuff, but just kind of keep that in mind. What would it happen? What happens to this block when it's getting twisted and the car is all shaking and twisting? I mean, this stuff moves like crazy, and you can read that when you take the engine apart on what's going on with the engine. So anyways, let's get this thing finished up, honed, and next time you see this thing, it'll be up and clean on the engine stand. Hey everybody, this Monday, the 16th of January, also come back if you want to see a complete build-up on this all billet Hemi drag and drive for drag week, sick week type events. This one's not going to make sick week, but drag and drive events, all billet Hemi for the Streamliner guys. And I'll do a whole complete build on this, and this is really interesting because there's some crazy stuff going on with this whole deal. And I'm taking this is an engine that I didn't build the first time, but we're actually doing the repair. Got to check this out. Now keep in mind, I didn't build this, but this is the worst spun main I've ever seen in my life as an engine builder. Noonan fixed the block, sent it back, then I got involved in this build, and I'm taking it from here. So you want to see a really cool drag and drive 3,000 plus horsepower, all billet Hemi. Come back Monday on the 16th. Oh, forgot. If you're interested in merchandise, go to our merch. If you want cool hats, cool shirts, go to our merch page. You'll dig it. All right, so what you just saw Mitch doing is, I'll show you here, he working on the cylinder head. Let's see. There we go. Get you some light here so you can see real well. And we put this up in the machine just so we could look at this, and if we had to make any adjustments or had to make any changes, had to recut the valve job, we would do that. So now let's look at what we did here with the valves. So you saw also that we just grabbed 2 of the old valves because we're going to put all new valves in this thing. So I just talked with Garrett and with Cletus, and I'm going to be sending them back all these old parts, including the old connecting rods. So you guys might be able to get something. I think he might do something with it. But anyways, let's go back to what I'm working on with the engine parts. And I was just thinking the old parts here. We take 2 of the old valves and we just put a new surface finish on them. We just grind them because I want to use that nice tight surface finish on the valves, nice and perfectly flat, so we can come over and lap. So what you saw Mitchell doing was he was lapping in the valve job, and all that's doing, it does no harm. I don't care what somebody thinks or says, they're wrong. It does no harm to lap in valves. And what we're doing here is the old valve, we're not going to use it anyways, but all I want to do is we die chem the seats up with layout dye. So that's what you see there. And then you just really quickly, you just knock you lap that in, and what it does is it shows you exactly how wide the seat is, if the seat's making contact all the way around, and those are the 2 most important things. And we can see here, this valve job is still so good, there is no point recutting the valve job just to make it exactly the same as what it already is. So there's no point in doing anything more with it. So I was going to show you a whole valve job on Cletus's heads, but they're so good, all I'd be doing is just wasting time and sinking the seat farther for no point. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pretend that I just used the old machine here, the Rottler machine, to recut all the valve angles all at the same time. This is a Billy Bad Boy machine too. I mean, it's pretty neat. I'll show you. I can show you that some other time. But one of the things that we also do here is these are checking valves, and we want to make sure we've already done this. So I'm just showing you how we would do this in the first place. And like I said, it's already done. But these checking valves are actually made for checking the heights of each individual seat. So see, the top secret of the trade here, not many people, engine builders, do this, but this is just a checking valve. Doesn't matter about anything, because what we're doing is we're checking the seat height. So it doesn't matter if we're on the exact angle or where we're at. It just needs to be hitting the seat. If it hit it on the 30-degree angle, 35-degree angle versus a 50-degree angle, 55-degree, it doesn't matter. It's hitting the same spot in every seat. Okay, so what this is doing is we machine and put a checking ball, a little ball bearing, in the very center of the valve. Do that on a lathe, and we can come in here, and when the hoops aren't in here, it's obviously a lot easier. And what we do is we find the highest point of that seat, which would be like right there. We have that all written down, and we make each seat exactly the same. And then if we had to cut a little bit farther into this seat, then we would cut a little bit farther, come in, check it, and make sure that all of our seats are the same depths. That keeps all your piston and valve clearances exactly the same. It keeps your combustion chamber CCs exactly the same. So those are just some of those little things that we do here. We check the intake and exhaust with those checking balls and checking valve to make sure that our seats are the same height, that everything is just as best as possible when we assemble these engines and get this stuff together. So this thing is so good. There's, like I said, if we redid it and recut to make it better or make it perfect, all we'd be doing is actually making it worse, because it is perfect. We would just be cutting it and making it a little bit shallower, which would theoretically does change it just slightly. So there's no point in doing it. We're going to take these heads right back over to assembly bench, and these things will be getting assembled with the new valves. So I'm going to show you guys we'll go over there. We're going to start getting things laid out. The block's all honed, done. We don't have to do anything over there. We're starting to lay stuff out for assembly, including the cylinder heads. And on the next video, which will be the last video in the Mullet engine rebuild, will be the assembly video. And I'm going to go over sizes, what parts are there, so you would actually know what is in Mullet engine, built by Steve Morris Engines. So come back for our next video, which is going to be on Wednesday. See you next week. What is Wednesday? Wednesday would be the sorry, the 16th, 17th, 18th. Wednesday the 18th is going to be the final assembly video of Mullet engine. Obviously, we got on Monday, we got the billet, all billet aluminum Hemi drag and drive 3,000 plus horsepower Pro Charge deal. That complete engine builds on Monday, so don't forget that. And just remember, I'm Steve Morris, Steve Morris Engines. Share, comment, all you want. I do look at the comments. Have a great day.